everybody, welcome to another episode of Nasty Addiction Garage. So today's episode, we're going to gear it towards something else. We have a reintroduction to the 94 Toyota MR2 that we are going to be building here on the channel. So one thing I want to explain is with this car, it's not perfect. It's not at all perfect at all. Like it has dings, it has hail damage, it has probably locked up brakes. This car is very much far from perfect. To see the hard work that we put into this car and make it the transformation it's going to be. So what I want to call this build is going to be OEM Plus. So this build for the 94, we're going to call it OEM Plus just because we're going to keep everything very OEM. But we're going to give it a little Nasty Addiction flair to it, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into this episode, and we're just going to look at everything wrong with this car. We're going to do what we need to do to a new build, is give it a proper wash. So we're going to do that shortly after we go through all the dings and dents and all the plans we have for this car. So let's go. Alright guys, so like I was explaining, this is not at all a perfect car at all. This is a 94, so this is one of the more rare years of the Toyota MR2. It is NA, so it is non-turbo. This car came with a really bad stutter, and once the stutter, I guess, over-exhausted itself, the car turned off and never turned back on. So at some point it did turn on. Or this car has been sitting in this backyard for, oh my god, I want to say maybe 3 years. The car has just been sitting here under a cover. This cover actually works really well. Got it off Amazon. Probably one of the best covers ever. The car here it's been sitting for quite some time, and I am super excited now to reintroduce this car, this 1994 Toyota MR2, to the channel, just because we're gonna get into this one, and this one's gonna be, like I said, an OEM Plus build. And let me take a second to explain to you guys exactly what I mean by an OEM Plus build. We're going to keep the car very much as stock as possible, with the exception of adding lips and a little bit of aero. But what we're going to do is clean up everything. We're going to make sure everything seems to be, streetable. I guess that's a better word for it. So I'm going to make sure everything comes out exactly how I planned. So of course I want to keep this as stock as possible. I don't know if you guys had time to check my old videos, but I don't know if you guys seen my old MR2, which, when I mean old, I mean this one, just not in the green form or wide body form. I meant like when it was in a gray form. That's the kind of style I'm going to go for. So guys, I'm super excited to jump into this. So let's look at everything wrong with this Toyota MR2. So let's go. Alright guys, starting off with the front end, as you guys could already see, we have some massive fading on the front end. On the front bumper itself, we have a lot of spiral cracks. Again, some more faded paint. I mean, this thing is popped. Looking down here, we do have stock fog lights, but it looks like that one is cracked, and this one looks like it's actually in pretty good condition. I do have some brand new OEM fog lights that we are going to be putting on this car. So again guys, let me reiterate this OEM Plus build that I'm talking about. So I have almost everything that I want to put on this car that's going to be OEM. I already have it, or I can get it. So I'm super excited because I'm truly going to try to stick to this being as OEM as possible as far as the body goes, guys. But the motor, we're going to do a little something different. We are going to do a 5th gen, but we're going to do a little something different. We're again going to make it streetable, but it's going to be a beast still. So again, let's still talk about this front end. We have a cracked front lip. That front lip looks like crap. So I think I'm going to change that out for maybe like a Krug's lip, or maybe like one of those remanufactured like OEM 93 lips like this one. The hood actually looks pretty decent, other than the fact of the paint and the condition it's in. The lights, we got something super cool coming up for these guys. That's probably going to be our first mod to the 94, which is going to be the front lights. We're going to do something special, so you guys got to hold on and make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. But we're going to move on to the sides here. So the driver's side fender, look at this thing. This thing is crunched up. So we have some damage to this front fender, but no worry on that because we have the gray front fenders from the green car. And again, guys, this is a rough car, so don't think that this is going to be anywhere near great for a 94. We're gonna go ahead and look at the door. The door is not too bad. I do have these belt moldings for this car. The door is not horrible, but I did notice some rust starting somewhere right over there, I believe, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna have to remove that and use the old door. So hopefully that works. If not, I'm gonna have to make that door work, and we'll go from there. But this is the interior, guys. This interior is pretty rough. This is a 94, so we do got the cool little marked seats. It's pretty clean as far as what the interior goes. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do to this interior to make it perfect. So by far it is not nowhere near perfect, but there's gonna be a lot of new stuff that's gonna go in here, and we're gonna make it look super nice. Moving back to the body is nowhere near perfect either. What we have here, I don't know if you could see it because of the sun, but we have a lot of hail damage, and this hail damage is no joke. We have it all over the, I guess, a quarter of the hood. It's really bad, so I'm hoping we can get this thing fixed. I know the majority of where my money is going to go is going to be into this body. The body, again, is not perfect. This is going to be a car that I'm going to want to keep, and keep it as stock looking as possible with the exception of the motor. I'm going to make it look super slick, guys. So it's going to stay black. That's going to be for sure, and that's one thing that I do want to let you guys know. It is going to be black. But moving back, like these wheels, these are the stock turbo wheels. I love these wheels regardless. I'm going to refinish these wheels just so then I can have an OEM option just to keep on there, just because I'm not going to keep these as a everyday wheel, because I have some Mustang saline wheels that I love, that I'm going to put on the body, and this can look really nice with the black car. So moving on to the motor. Like I explained earlier, it's a 5S, nothing special. This thing did run for a little bit before it had a really bad stutter and just died on me. So I don't know if it ran out of gas or if there's something truly wrong with the motor. We are going to try to go ahead and mess with it a little bit to see if we can get it started, but no promises with that. I'm not going to waste too much time on this because this is not the permanent home of this motor. So this motor is going to go into the trash unless somebody wants to come pick it up and take it. You guys are more than welcome to do that, but this is going to be replaced with a 5th gen that I have some custom parts for, custom exhaust. So you guys got to definitely hang on and stay tuned for that, because that's going to be something super special. This is a one-off exhaust. You guys are going to want to make sure you stay tuned for that, so make sure you do that. Still moving on to this back end. This back end is looking still pretty rough. You have a lot of hail damage still, so a lot of this we're not going to use. So this trunk we're not going to use. It's going to be carbon fiber. This is going to be carbon fiber. So there's going to be a couple different panels that we're not going to be using, so I don't have to worry too much about the hail damage, like these things. But anyway, regardless, this is the back end. This is that iconic booty of the 94 Toyota MR2s with that wing. It looks so good. I mean, these cars from the back end and even the front end, even the sides, they look great. So guys, as we see this back end here, we have pretty good things. These definitely need to be refinished, so I will be doing that on the channel as well. I don't know if I want to turn them white or not, but we're gonna get to that once we get to that section of the car. Same thing here, they both need to be refinished. This I'm gonna have to either fix or buy a new one, just because it's got some cracks here. The front bumper doesn't look or the back bumper doesn't look horrible, so we might keep that and clean that up. And again, I'm gonna try to do this body stuff myself, which I'm not a fan of trying to do, but I'm going to try to save money and do it that way. But if I need to hire somebody to get this stuff done, I will. I want to give it a shot. I'm going to get me a nice compressor and do all the fun stuff and do it the right way. Talking about what we're going to be planning for this car, guys. So let's jump into it and let's go. What we're gonna do now, since we've already talked about the bads about this 94 Toyota MR2, we're gonna give the car a proper wash, just like any new build deserves. So let's jump into it and let's go. All right, boys, what you guys see me build was this Bauer 2000 PSI power washer I just picked up from Harbor Freight Tools. This thing looks like it's a beast, so hopefully it works well. I do have all my soap supplies. There goes that box. I have my soap supply here. I have Meguiar's Carnauba wash and wax, and then I have my foam cannon. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this MR2 up and clean it up, because this thing definitely needs a little help, because this thing just has been sitting for a while now, and I just think it needs a good clean. It deserves a good clean. That's what I want to say. It deserves a good clean. So let's go clean this MR2. Alright folks, she is nice and soaped up. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to put a cloth to it yet, because this thing has an enormous amount of dust and debris on it. So all I wanted to do was really wet it down, especially with some lubricant. So I used some soap. I used that McGuire's Carnauba car wash soap, so we can at least wash this dirt off. I'm going to go ahead and hit it up with the power washer again, but just with water. Then we're going to go ahead and dry it and take a look at how it looks. Alright everybody, look at how nice and clean this 94 came out. And granted, the paint on this thing is not perfect, not one bit, but you know, every car looks really good when it's wet. But check this thing out, guys. It's looking actually really good. I'm super excited, because looking at this car now and envisioning what I have planned for it is I mean, it's probably one of the most fun things to do, because you know, your mind goes wild, but this thing is going to look so freaking good, guys. So see, the 94s are nice and clean. We definitely have to redo these guys, because these guys definitely need to be painted. Just because the center cap is kind of like a plastic, we're not going to go ahead and powder coat these. We're going to go ahead and paint them. But the body is looking a little bit better than I remember. Like I was saying earlier, as you guys can see, the paint is still horrible, guys, but this car is definitely a good base to start a OEM plus build. Like I was saying before, guys, we have the fender to fix that, we have the doors to fix this door issue, so I'm not too worried, guys. This thing is starting to look really good. So guys, this is going to conclude today's episode. I want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you, every single one of you guys, for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. And again, if you guys get any knowledge off of my videos, please drop me a line down at the bottom. Tell me what you guys like about my channel. Tell me what you guys don't. And I again appreciate every single one of you guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.